Hello everyone, thanks for joining today's Coffee Talk. My name is David and today I'm going to talk about Azure IoT Central. Just before we start, I just would like to mention to you to follow our social media platforms, Dom Daniel social media platforms, and if you have any question during my presentation, please don't hesitate to contact me with my email and LinkedIn account which you see on my screen. So let's start. What is an Internet of Things device? Internet of Things device is a hardware device that can connect to a wireless network and is typically made out of a circuit board and sensors. It is things that are connected to internet or connected to other platforms, other solutions like Bluetooth or Zigbee. They send data, telemetry, and businesses can use this data to generate insights on this data. If we look at customer journey, we can see that there's a huge value potential for and our customer value increases over time. And usually businesses where the IoT implementation starts is connecting and monitoring our devices. Then we need to analyze this data and we transform then our business. But there's a huge issue here. There's a technological challenges, investment challenges, and organizational challenges. Luckily, Microsoft provides Azure IoT Central, which simplifies the onboarding of these platforms. So you can create IoT solutions without lots of writing, lots of code, and lots of headache. So you can just use your browser, web UI, and a few clicks, and get from device to data. So what is an IoT Central? Azure IoT Central is an application platform as a service. It's for creating, managing, and maintaining IoT solutions. And it got lots of pre-made templates. And you can go from, as I said, from device to data in minutes. So why use Azure IoT Central? It provides easy connectivity in terms of plug-and-play devices. It provides lots of templates, and you can connect from the phone to Raspberry Pi to other devices. It provides easy visualization, so you can easily create a dashboard within the platform. And this dashboard can include map data, that can include chart data. You can even have some numerical data available there, and even you can visualize that with a conditional formatting, which I showed during my demonstration. And there is also central management. You can use jobs for devices. You can manage them for like 1, 2, or even 100 devices, IoT devices, and you don't need to create a separate template for each of them. You can just create one template, edit that, publish it, and all of your devices within a certain template are managed automatically. And it provides more than data. It provides actions, so you can, within the IoT Central dashboard, create automatizations. For example, you can send an email or a webhook, and you can even export this data to other platforms. So I mentioned IoT plug-and-play. IoT plug-and-play is a technology that allows creators of IoT solutions to easily incorporate IoT devices into their platforms. It got 3 properties, and it's first is called property. This is writable and read-only data that you can transform from your device and from cloud. There's telemetry, which is the stream of data that your device is sending. Sometimes this can be also just an information or an error that your device is not sending certain information. And there's another property that is called commands. For example, if you want to turn on a light, turn off certain telemetry, you can use these commands for that. So as I said, you can use your mobile phone for as an IoT plug-and-play device, and you can use any phone, for example, Android and iOS, and it's you can just download this application, scan it, and your device automatically becomes an Azure certified device, which means it's not only going to work with IoT Central, but other services as well. So how you can use the Azure IoT Central? You can use the Web UI, which is the general use case, which is Web UI is mostly used because IoT Central is mostly visual platform. It provides lots of data. But it's also available in API format if you want to integrate your Azure IoT Central with other devices or other platforms. You can easily do that. And as I mentioned, that Azure IoT Central can export data to other services. So if your data analysis is something that you do in private, or you have a specialty which use certain tools within your company, you can easily export this information to that platform and use it there. So this is the overall conclusion of the IoT Central platform, but I would like to mention that IoT Central is running on IoT Hub, the device provisioning service, stream analysis, SQL database, and Cosmos DB. And also there's a Data Explorer, which I'll show you during demonstration. So for the pricing, before we move to our demonstration, I would like to say that Microsoft got 3 pricing tiers for Azure IoT Central, and it's starting just from 8 cents per device per month, which means like even if you have 10 devices, it's gonna be very cheap. Even if you have 10 devices or 100 devices, it's very affordable, and you can include IoT solution within your business with ease with this solution. So let's move to our demonstration for now. So first of all, you want to start from Microsoft Azure portal, which is this. And I'm going to just search the IoT Central application from here. So at the top, we have Create button. And let's choose our subscription. I'm going to use this subscription. And let's create a resource group, especially for Coffee Talk. Let's create new Coffee Talk. Here you put your IoT application's resource name. Let's put, for example, Coffee Talk again. IoT Dev. And let's have non-capital letters. And here we need to change the unique address URL here. Should be all right. Yeah, perfect. It's validated. So here you can choose templates. So there are many templates, but I'm going to use my phone, and we don't need special template. I'm going to just use custom application for now. For region, I'm going to use West Europe, sorry. And for the pricing plan, that's all right with pricing standard 2. I don't want our demo to interrupt it because of the pricing plan, so that's why I'm choosing standard 2. It's the most expensive one. So here you can put any tags, like any resource, but I'm not going to do, and I'm just going to click review and create. So before this is created, I would like to say what is going to happen. So IoT Central application is going to have its own platform, its own center, where you can see all the devices, all the groups, where you're going to run your resource analysis. For example, you can run your SQL queries, you can export data. So it's a completely separate page where you can manage your IoT devices. So until this develops, I have a pre-made platform. I have a pre-made page, but I think it's going to take a few seconds, and yeah, it took a few seconds, and we can move to our newly created dashboard. So click Go to Resource, and here's your application URL, which we just created. Let's click on it. It's going to open on a new tab. So here, if you're going to connect anything else than your phone, you better start from device templates. If we go here, in device templates, you have a new button, and you can create a custom device template or IoT Edge template, but there are also pre-made templates like this one. And there's so many templates like some screens, temperature sensors, security devices. So if you need, you can find it. Some of these devices are also running on Raspberry Pi, so there's so many options that you don't need to write code for. So it's perfect for just starting to implement IoT. So, but for now, I'm going to just go to devices because I have a phone with an application. Let me put it here and bring my phone screen here. Yeah, and we create a new application, a new device, sorry, and let's put a device name. Let's imagine this is driver's phone, so I'm going to name it driver phone 1. And let's give it a device ID. ID 01, let's say, or let's say driver ID. And there's a device template, as I mentioned. You can create your own templates, but I'm going to choose unassigned because plug and play device is going to create automatically a new template and assign it to it. So this is not a simulation device, nor it's an Azure IoT Edge device. So I'm just going to click on create, and our device is here. Now we need to connect to the device. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click on connect. So there's a key and QR code way of connecting to this platform. I'm going to use QR code because I'm using the application, but you can easily use the primary key if manual configuration is needed. So let's click on QR code, and on my phone, I'm going to open the application. And here we have a scan QR code button, and I'm going to just scan it for now. So it's going to take a few seconds until it is connected. Before that, I would like to show you that you have device groups. So device groups allows you to have a group of devices, like multiple phones. For example, if you want to set up a certain feature for a group of phones that are, for example, all driver phones, you can create a group special for that, and it manage it from there. But for now, our device is connected, and let's press not allow, don't allow, don't allow here. So as you can see, our geolocation is not available. What we have: battery level data, gyroscope data, accelerometer data, and magnetometer data. Here on the application, on settings panel, you can see delivery interval. By default, it's 5 seconds, but for demonstration, I'm going to change it to 2 seconds because we want our data to be available as soon as possible, so we can run some queries on it. So here we have our device, and let's start with the device properties. When we first go to device properties and device properties on the phone, we can see that we have a cloud property, we have cloud property, editable property here, editable property, and we have some device information which is available in both platforms, Android and our cloud web solution. So let's, for example, put a cloud property as a coffee talk. And I just want you to see how fast it synchronizes. So it's just pending, but it's already updated here. And we can just change the property here as well. Again, phone, coffee talk. So it's sent, and it will be updated in 2 seconds I misspelled phone, but that's all right for now. So let's go to commands. So this is a panel where you can control your device. For example, here you can turn on and turn off the certain sensors. For example, you can turn off the battery level telemetry. So if you send false here, you can see that your device is received that information, and it's no longer going to send our battery level. As you can see, it's grayed out, but we need our battery levels to show some rules that you can apply. Therefore, I'm going to just run it back and turn it on. As you can see, it turned back on. So on overview pane, you can see that our battery level and acceleration and rotation, because I moved my phone a few times, you can see this has been changed. And you can see also some location information if I have enabled my location information, but for now I didn't for privacy purposes. There is a pressure information which is also not available here because my phone doesn't support this sensor. And that's it for now from this part. Let's move to Data Explorer. So for example, if you have a lot of devices and you want to have not one dashboard or one information place, but you want to grab few devices and have a certain information about them, you can create a query from here. For example, you can go with a device. For now, I am just going to focus on battery level. And let's group with device ID. And let's analyze. And you can see the point where my phone is 75.9%, so it's soon going to turn into 78%. So also, here are dashboards. So here, let me open it fully. You can create a dashboard if you want a single place to visualize your data beside writing a query every time. So you can click on Go to Dashboard Catalog and click on a new dashboard button. And here I'm going to call it to Coffee Talk Dashboard. And then I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to add the last known value of my battery. So this is too big. Let's make it smaller, and let's edit it. So here you have device group, which is our plug-and-play mobile all devices, and I'm going to choose the driver phone 01. And telemetry, I'm going to have the battery here, battery level. And as you can see here, you can add apply conditional formatting button. You can add a conditional formatting. And here, let's go back to my phone and see it's 78%. Let's say if value is lower, is 78%, yeah, or less than 90. Better go with less than 90. We say critical, and we color it red or green. Any color you want. And let's save it. You can change the text size. Let's go with a bigger size. And let's update it. As you can see, it's now showing as a critical information that last known value of our battery. We can change the naming if needed. Well, there you go. So to provide some information for your attention. So let's move to rules. Rules are a way to connect and automate some devices and send some information to your customers or yourself for critical situations. For example, now I just want to create an email notification for a driver if they forgot to charge their IoT device. Let's create a new rule. Select the device template, name our rule, phone And we have a telemetry here. Again, battery level, operator is less than. Let's go again to phone, and you can see it's 78%. Let's go 90, and send an email. I'm going to send it to myself. And say, please charge your phone. For now, you typically would use a lower value like 15%, but for now I'm going to use 90% because my phone is almost full. IoT or IoT device. We click on done and save. So we can go back to our devices and see what information do we have about the phone. As you can see, the battery level is 79%, and acceleration hasn't been changing too much. Let's go to my email to see if we have received our email. Let's sign in. Let's once again just check our email address if it's all right. That's completely all right. So we just need to wait a few seconds before we receive any email. Let's go to our data export. I just want to show you the data export. So if you're going to use your own solutions, you can just use this data export platform. You create new export and you name the export, and you want to put what information you're going to export. For example, property changes, device connectivity events, but usually people just send telemetry data and analyze it on other platforms. And you get the data and download in a specific format, and you're good to go. But for now, let's wait. Yes, as you can see, from 2:22 p.m., we're receiving these emails. So I'm going to open the last one, and let's enable show block content, and we can see that we received this trigger, notify the driver to charge their phone, and we can see here in nodes, please charge your IoT device. So you can also trigger to do like connect to webhooks or do other things. But for demonstration purposes, I think this is enough, and it's really useful if your driver forgets to charge their phone. And they're not going to forget, because it's going to continue sending them an email until device reaches that 90%. So that's it for my demonstration. Thanks for joining my coffee talk. My name is David, and thanks for joining me this 20-30 minutes. I hope IoT will help your business in improving your business and optimizing your processes. Thank you once again.